Hello there and welcome to my questions and answer session. This is the first review of the questions I've been given on YouTube. Okay, the first question I got was, what's the main difference between the Core i5 and the Core i7? Well, basically the Core i7 has one feature slightly different to the Core i5. Core i7 has hyperthreading enabled. Now, the Core i7 can therefore process 8 threads because it has 4 cores and hyperthreading. Hyperthreading enables it to run 2 threads per core, so that gives you 8 threads in total. A thread is an individual instruction, so when a thread's processed by the CPU, the thread, if there's 8 threads being processed, it will essentially do 8 threads at the one time, as opposed to 4, which you can obviously see is going to speed it up. Now, as a programmer, I'll tell you right now, hyperthreading is actually a serious advantage. You're speeding up, but you're doubling what you've got. Hyperthreading has been hard for some people to program on and also provides a security flaw, but I'm sure Intel will have dealt with that by now in the Core i7. Pentium 4, the later Prescott editions, actually featured, and some Northwood, featured hyperthreading. This actually made the Pentium 4 quite a good and solid performer. Core i5, on the other hand, does not have hyperthreading. It does have the 4 cores, but does not have hyperthreading. That's why the Core i7 outbeats the Core i5. Also, the architecture in the Core i5 is slightly different in terms of transistor paths, etc., and transistor counts. But in general, the Core i5 is beaten out by the i7. Core i5 is cheaper than the Core i7, but I would still seriously recommend for anyone who needs an intense machine to go for the Core i7. If not, go for a Core 2 quad. Hope that answers your questions. Keep them coming in.